And then to repeat to you, we are going to have tonight, Vice President Mike Pence is going to speak live from CPAC, and we're going to be broadcasting it right here. That's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then tomorrow, President Trump is going to speak live from CPAC, and we are also going to carry that right here. This is where to come for CPAC coverage. No one's covering it like us. So, except maybe like the CPAC's own site, which of course is going to cover it like us because they're there. But aside from CPAC's own site, but they're not even covering it like us because we have like some correspondence and we have some extras and stuff like that. So they're not covering it in the same way. So while this is all going on, though, we'd love to hear from you about what you think. So what do you think about CPAC so far? And I think we're ready. So we're going to give this a shot. So I see them. They're here. Hi guys.
Hey, Steve.
Do I hear them? All right, so the only issue I'm having now is I literally can't hear them, which might be an issue if I want to have a discussion with them. So Micah, you can let me know about that. Try to hear them. I will listen extra. Hey, Liz and Margaret, say something to see if I can hear you.
Hi, Steve. We're broadcasting live from CPAC.
It's so sad. I see them, and they're all ready for their Skype chat, and they're nice enough to Skype in, but I still can't hear them. So hang tight there, Liz and Margaret, and we'll figure this out. So, Micah, how do you want to do this? We can look at you. We can just. If nothing else, we will have you pads and have you write on the pads like I've seen done in movies or something. No, we're gonna figure this out. But for now, yes, do that for now. While we're figuring this out. So. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna get the actual sound from them in a minute. But in the minute before we do that, as it's being worked on right here. This is actually kind of fun. We get to see them scurrying around. Okay, Liz, say something now.
Can you hear me?
It's a little delay. So. Too bad. Can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Sorry. I just got sound. Liz, keep talking.
Yay, he can hear us now.
I can hear you now, and I assume that America can hear you as well.
We love you. You are beautiful.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said. Could you say that again?
We're voicing how much we love our country, Steve, and here on the CPAC floor, it is the same sentiment. We're seeing it across the board. Thousands of people here, and we all have a common interest. We love this country, and we want to see our president and the administration do well. And Liz Khalifa and I are working our butts off to bring you the most up-to-date interviews that we can. We've interviewed sitting governor, just fans of Trump. We tried to get Ted Cruz, but he snubbed us, unfortunately.
We did that. We just went to the senior editor at large of Breitbart, Joel Pollack. He released a book today, and he's doing a signing, so we just got to talk to him. And for each speaker here, there is about at least 50 people following them at all times, trying to get their attention for an interview or for a selfie.
That's right.
So it's not as easy as it looks, but it is so much fun.
We were actually moved because Governor Pence, I called him Governor Pence, he's now Vice President Pence, they did a security sweep of Media Row. They brushed out every booth of broadcasters going on in those booths. Like, get out now. They had to do a security sweep right then. We were forced to move, and we actually had a governor of Kentucky walk with us and say, meet me around the corner. I'll be right back. I'm not done with this interview yet. So it was really amazing.
Yeah, they're very friendly. And what you'll notice is that the political officials, the heads of office, they want to do the interviews, but a lot of times they're communications directors are the ones that are telling us to leave them alone.
I see. So let me formally introduce you, just because I neglected to do that before. We have let's see. So on the left of the viewers, we have Liz Willis. Liz, raise your hand. See Margaret. You're not Margaret. You're Margaret. You're not Liz. So let's try this again. Liz Willis. You raise your hand first.
That's
Liz Willis. Liz Willis is the brunette. And Margaret is while Margaret doesn't know who she is. We know who she is. That's Margaret. I know Margaret knows who she is.
Thank you for that. Yes, I am Margaret Howell. Yes, I am not the brunette. I am the other one.
The other one. Yes. We've had lot of fun getting to know each other and getting to know everyone at CPAC. It's great. It's really wonderful. I feel everyone is, they're kind of relaxed in this environment because they know they are with a lot of like-minded individuals. So it's been good.
Now, if people watching, if you would like to ask questions to Margaret or to Liz Willis, please let me know. You can do that. You can direct message me on Twitter at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER, or you can email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. Let me know if you have questions for them. You can ask them questions about what it's like. So for now, I want to ask you to what's the general impression? What's the feeling of the place? Is it like good energy there? Anything surprising that you've noticed in your day so far there?
Yeah, the number one surprising thing, Margaret's talked about it, I've talked about it, and it's millennials. They're everywhere. I would love to know the statistics of the average age at this place, because my guess is that it's maybe 22, 23. There are a lot of college folks here, students, and it was a pleasant surprise for me. What do you think about it?
No, I agree, and that's something that the Washington Post reporter that we talked to, that is in one of our live streams, actually said to us. He goes, everybody here is so young. You know what, though? What it is it's like-minded people, and none of us thought our candidate would really pull through and win. And we're all here now post a Trump victory, looking forward at the next 4 years ahead, going, okay, what's he going to do with military education spending? She and I talked to an attorney today, a tax reform attorney, and she was talking about the Second Amendment and how women aren't armed anymore, and we pay too much, and all of the things that are moving and shaking quickly now that we have a Trump victory in office. And what we're really seeing are people that are wanting a restoration of our Constitution, people that believe in liberty, like-minded people. And Steve Bannon, he had the quote of the day. We didn't actually see him in person, but I've been reading all of these tweets. He said, look, we've got this, basically, and I'm paraphrasing, if you want this back, you're not going to get it without a fight. So they understand that they have a huge victory on their hands. And Liz talking to Kellyanne last night, there's so many people from the administration here. Pence is here. Trump is speaking. But it's all about rallying behind him in this administration and looking forward, in the coming days. That's what CPAC is. It's a kickoff of what to expect in the next 4 years and we do this every year, but what to expect in the coming year with the Trump victory.
Very cool. And Micah, if you can hear me, is there a way to get them a little louder in my ear? I can hear them, but I want to hear them even louder if possible. If not, that's okay, because I can still hear them. So I heard you mention, Margaret, Liz talked to Kellyanne last night. And Liz, if that's true, are you guys like BFFs now? Because you met her once before.
We are not BFFs. I think she probably thinks I'm a little creepy. Every time I see her, I have good luck with her. For my part, I don't know if she wants to call it good luck, but everywhere that I've been that she's at so far, I've had the chance to speak to her. So somehow I ended up between her and Secret Service on an escalator. Secret Service was going down. They were or her bodyguards at least, and she was about to go down, but people were talking to her. So I decided to go to Secret Service, and I assumed that Kellyanne would eventually follow. And I was right. So she came on the escalator right behind me, and I tried to ask her. Well, I did ask her about Right Side Broadcast Network getting into the way I phrased it was new media outlets getting into the White House, and she pretty much just said, Skype seat. But she was very friendly. She wished us good luck. She gave me a little thumbs up and a wink. So we're trying. I'm not going to give up. Every time I see her, it'll probably be the same question until I get
a yes.
I think like on the 14th time you go up to her at an event, that's when she'll finally give in and give you what you want. That's my theory.
So eventually she'll be. Could someone give this girl a White House credential, please?
Also, you said you got between her and the Secret Service. How that shouldn't be possible. How do you get between her and the Secret Service?
Well, I want to say that it wasn't Secret Service, but I think it was. I shouldn't have been able to do what I did, but they were. People were, like I said, for each like head of office or political official, there's about 50 people slowing them down as they walk, trying to get selfies and trying to get clips of them. So she had about 30 people around her, and she was trying to get to the escalator. I heard her bodyguards say, "We're going down. We need to go down." And I saw them get on, but she she actually stopped to talk to someone who was trying to interview her. So she was taking her time, being very polite, sweet, Kellyanne. And I just decided to get on the escalator, and I figured she would follow because that's where her bodyguards were going. And she did.
Work.
So that's how that happened.
Nice work. Well done. So hey, if people, because I saw you both were posting tweets today, and you have some like fun tweet pictures, with various luminaries and other stuff from CPAC. Can you let people know where they can follow you on Twitter if they want to follow you?
Well, you can follow me at Margaret J. Howell. It's MargaretJhowell. And you're going to have to catch, we got some really cool photos. One in particular with a Project Veritas head who had a major dump today. So we're going to be looking at that when we're done. Just see if we can get a news story out of it, frankly.
Yeah, I think James O'Keefe is awesome. He was so nice to us. He really took the time. They were heading out of the hotel, and Margaret got his attention, and I don't think he was bothered at all to stop and take a photo. So I think they were so nice to us, and that's everyone really is more easygoing than I thought they would be. They're really happy to stop and meet you, take some photos, give a shout out to your network. So it's good. And you can follow me on Twitter at _Liz Willis, LIZWILLIS. Tweet me.
Cool. And if people want to follow me, I'm at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER. Now, I want to see if there's any questions out there people have had so far for you two. If you'd like to ask Margaret and Liz a question, feel free to let me know. Direct message me on Twitter at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER, or email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. Let's see if there are any questions for you so far. Hold on.
We're really excited about Mike Pence speaking tonight. I think we might have to go a few hours early to get seats. I'm not really sure how the seats work here, but
wait, are you saying you have to leave now?
No.
I thought you were trying to say.
He speaks at 7:30, and we're thinking to go around.
The worst thing is when you say we gotta go, and then I leave, and then you guys just go back on Skype by yourself, and it's clearly you just wanted to get rid of me. So I get it, guys. So John Stanton writes, Steve, can you ask Margaret if she'd like to have dinner?
Yes. Send a picture in a bio. Yes.
So a picture and bio. That goes for anyone, Margaret, correct?
Nothing too pervasive. Liz has a boyfriend, or I'm certain this would be, addressed to her. I have expressed times on the air that I do not have a boyfriend, that I would like one.
She is single and ready to mingle, ready to make a baby. So.
Yeah. Oh, not that. No, just dinner. Just dinner is good.
What's going on there?
Nothing. Girl bondage. Nothing's happening.
Just to remind you, we're on Right Side Broadcasting.
Right.
That's where we're. No, it's fine. Thank you. Look, he asked a question. He got his answer. So fine with me.
I'm ready to have a baby immediately. I would just like to meet a nice guy and have a glass of wine. That would be nice.
I'm just messing, but she did say she wanted to be a mama eventually, so I'm messing with her.
I just want to be quiet for half an hour and let you guys talk and see what comes out.
No, you don't. That's a really bad idea.
That is a bad idea.
Maybe after you have wine at dinner, we'll get you back on. So I think you can see Liz and Margaret are in a question-answering mood. So if you have questions to ask them, as long as they're clean, email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv, or go on Twitter and direct message me at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER. Let me just check my email before I ask you. We have somebody else. Let's see. Hold on, guys. As I call this up. Yes.
Hello to the girls.
Girls. Joe says hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, boss.
We're working.
I promise.
We're working.
They say they're working. I want to. Hold on. I got a comment here or an email.
We love you.
Let me read this. This email came in. It's not necessarily directed to you, but it's about CPAC. But maybe you can comment on it after I read it. So this is from Deborah Simpson from Gulfport, Mississippi. And Deborah writes, "I am all for Milo to speak freely, but it does not go well for him when he speaks rudely. All that cursing and sexually graphic detail only diminishes his message. Speaking with curse words, etc., only shows immaturity and lack of self-assurance, even when one says they are confident. Again, he has has the right to speak, but speaking well would do him well. Thanks, Deborah Simpson, Gulfport, Mississippi. P.S. Would love to come by and visit y'all. We're right down the street. So thank you so much, Deborah Simpson, for writing. And now, thank you for bringing up the subject of Milo. That reminds me, I want to ask Liz and Margaret, has the subject of Milo come up there at all? Have people been talking about him? Have they not been talking about him? What's going on with that?
It's been pretty quiet. So earlier today, we had Joel Pollack, who is the senior executive editor at Breitbart, and he did an interview with RSBN and Wayne Dupree. That's on YouTube if you want to check it out. Again, that's Joel Pollack. He released a book today called How Trump Won. He's a brilliant guy. He went to Harvard. He's a lawyer and an editor. So he was interviewing with Wayne, and I asked him about Milo and about why Breitbart, this was for you, Steve, why Breitbart took so long to reply and make a statement. And he said, just with any large company, the best thing to do is to wait till you have a cool head, till you calm down and you get all of your people in place before you make a statement. So it just took a few days to really figure out what exactly was going on and what needed to be handled, and they waited till they knew every single thing before they released a statement. And I think that goes to say about their journalism and their reporting. They didn't jump the gun like a lot of news outlets did. And he had some really nice stuff to say about Milo. He agreed to disagree with a lot of his thoughts, but overall he said he was a great guy, and the rest of the world got to see him for what he actually really is, and that is not the outrageous, cussing, cold-hearted, mean guy that sometimes he portrays to be to get his points across. But he's a caring individual, and this has affected him. This has hurt his heart. And he said that he supports him. He's a nice guy, but he doesn't always support what Milo believes in.
I will say I appreciate you asking him that question about the coverage of Milo, but his answer in no way explains why they literally didn't report the story at all for 2 days. But that's neither here nor there.
It was a pretty big topic for them, and they just didn't want to.
That's fine. But I like that you asked. Believe me. So thank you. And again, people want to see that interview. That is on YouTube. Yes.
Right.
And Margaret, did you hear anybody talk about the Milo situation at all?
Well, we certainly asked it, Stephen. I just want to preface this before I get to your question by saying I love Milo Yiannopoulos. I support him. I think that he has a God-given gift. He is a provocateur, but he exposes a lot of evil and confronts a lot of evil forces on the earth. So regardless of his sexual orientation or his profanity, his comments, I went back and looked at that transcript of what he was saying in that interview for a year and a half ago. We're talking a year and a half ago. And he exemplified somebody who clearly, contextually putting it, he was raped as a little boy. I mean, as a prepubescent boy or a boy going through adolescence. And he was sort of, making light of and using humor, which is his explanation regarding pedophilia. And I want to point out this to our audience. There are people like Ruth Bader Ginsburg who said that the age of consent for sex should be 12 years old. She has not lost her position on the Supreme Court. She hasn't been questioned. She said it a lot more eloquently and not as crass. But her position is just as radical. And I don't think that that's what he meant. And I think that it's important for people in the conservative movement, regardless of his provocatoriness or his profanity, to realize that he does do a lot of good for this movement in exposing evil. And something else, Steve, I've done a lot of research on this, and Mike Cernovich actually broke it on RSBN, specifically what was going on. And I can't believe that interview. Everybody in this country should listen to Cernovich's interview, which he did for the network, because he talked about how the Reagan Battalion, led by Evan McMillan, spent $250,000 on research taking Milo down. They found this tape, they knew when to release it, and they knew the impact that it would have specifically on Christian conservatives living in the country attending CPAC, and how because nobody, obviously pedophilia is disgusting and despicable to each and every one of us. And I really want to believe that Milo has a good heart, and I'm praying for him, Steve, and pulling for him. He clearly is a person who needs a lot of healing. He's dealing with some issues, but at the same time, I'm really disappointed that he isn't here speaking. I've only had the opportunity to meet him once, and I do think that he stands on the side of right, I will say, in any interaction I've ever had with him.
Awesome. Thank you for your perspective, Margaret.
This reminds me, we actually just did another interview with Adam Weiss, who owns the communications firm that put together his press conference in New York City. So he discussed how he got a lot of negative backlash. A lot. And
he said that there were people going on Twitter, excuse me for interrupting, people going on Twitter that were part of the opposition, creating accounts in his name, trying to make him say things he didn't say, and calling and harassing his clients for even representing Milo. He told this directly to Liz and I. So the people even helping Milo are targets of the left, targets of the opposition, and they're going after people that are even helping him in the PR world. We heard that firsthand from people that were handling his PR, that orchestrated the press conference. And they also asked us, Steve, why wasn't there a Right Side Broadcasting Network reporter on the ground there? We would have given you first dibs in the line of questioning, and that's a lesson for next time. We always need a reporter on the ground.
Or two.
Yeah. The one issue there is that got planned so late that we were so involved because we covered it, and we were so involved trying to get finding out at like midnight the night before and trying to get our camera there by the morning. So I agree with you though that that's nice, but it's nice of them to say that to let us know. So if there's a next time, we will definitely have somebody there. But fair enough. Now where are you guys right now? Where are you located? I don't know where you are.
Gaylord Opryland Resort.
In Liz's hotel
room. What's it called again?
The Gaylord.
You're actually at the hotel at the convention center where the CPAC's taking place.
Correct.
So why did it take like an hour to get to your hotel from CPAC?
We left the Breitbart event where we were covering it, live streaming it, connecting, and we actually both took off our heels and walked.
It's fine.
We both have
I'm giving you crap. Whatever reason is fine with me.
And then we left CPAC. We left the resort to go
to the Breitbart event.
To the Breitbart event, which was not.
How was that? How was that?
It was a lot of fun. We left early to come do this.
What was the Breitbart event? Tell our viewers more about that.
Well, I did a live stream, so if you want to look at it, you can check it out. Joel Pollack, the author of How Trump Won, the senior editor at Breitbart, the Harvard graduate, the attorney. He's a brilliant guy, the one I was talking about earlier, who discussed Milo with us. But he wrote a book, How Trump Won, and he just goes into so many details. He's so specific, and he's brilliant, and we got invited over there. So why not? It was at La Rosa Cantina. He did questions and answers. We left a little early. But yeah, check it out if you want to hear him talking. There's a live stream. He goes on for about 15 minutes. It's about 5 minutes in.
Okay. Thank you for the heads up. And I have a couple more questions I want to ask you, but I just want to see if our viewers have anything they want to ask you. So let me check that. Let's see here. We have a couple questions. This comes from, and before I read you the questions, let me just say out there, if you want to ask questions to Liz or Margaret, I'm happy to relay those questions. If you want to ask them, go to Twitter and direct message me on Twitter at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER, and I will pass on your questions. Or you can email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. So this question is from Ellis. Ellis says, has there been any protesters at CPAC, or are they too scared to show up, with a wink emoticon? So protesters, have you seen any?
No.
None at all.
Just a bunch of happy people. Actually, a funny story. I was in the elevator today, and there was a woman holding like a bag and a fur day to come back. She goes, yeah, and I'm a Democrat, so I have to go.
Nice.
And she hightailed it out of that elevator.
Is there cool CPAC gear you can buy there?
I haven't seen any. We have been on Media Row. We haven't gone
We've been working, Steve.
Yeah.
No, I'm not making that face at you. What I'm making a face at is like, you'd think thered be awesome CPAC gear there. Like, it'd be like, why would they not have awesome CPAC gear?
There's a hub, and we have not gone there yet. And that's a level beneath Media Row, and that's an open area with a bunch of booths set up. So we'll probably go check that out next.
At the end of this interview, I'm going to go buy the web domain awesomecpacgear.com and then open my site up.
You say that because the Wi-Fi password is CPAC Rocks, CPAC's awesome. So CPAC is awesome, and you should buy some gear.
Way to just tell all the hackers who want to mess with CPAC how to get into their Wi-Fi system, Margaret.
It changes every day. It's fine.
Yeah, they say it changes every day.
Be in gear.
You know why it changes every day, Margaret? Margaret, guess why they have to change it every day, Margaret? Take a guess.
Your underwear?
What?
I don't know what you change every day. But
No, I said take a guess why they have to change the Wi-Fi password every day.
Oh, I thought you said, what do I change every day? I'm like, hopefully your drawers. Hopefully your drawers. They change the Wi-Fi password every day to make it really complicated for people so that we really have to stay on our toes. That's really why they do it every day.
I was thinking more they change it every day because people like you go on interviews and just give the Wi-Fi password over the air. But anyway, that's just my theory. Who knows who's right? Hey, I have another question for you guys. Another question. Hold on. This is from Mr. D. Ebanks, and Mr. D. Ebanks says, "Hey Steve, he says tell the girls to turn down their speaker, but don't turn down your speaker because it's too low to me." All right, well, I'm going to read this comment. I just read the comment, and then you guys or Micah, the producer, can comment. This is what Mr. D. Ebanks says. Mr. D. Ebanks says, "Hey, Steve, tell the girls to turn down their speaker. It's feeding your voice back into the loop, causing your voice to be heavily echoed." I don't know if this is happening. I can't hear it.
I turned it down a few. This should not affect the speakers. Hopefully it'll just...
I want to say this to our male audience. I know women have high-pitched voices. I am very aware. We do not take testosterone. We are not men. And so sometimes it's difficult to hear a woman speak for a long period of time because it's at a higher octave. But you know what? We're not changing, and we got a lot of good information to tell you, so you might want to get over it.
And I just heard in my ear from Micah there was some feedback, but apparently it's fixed now. So thank you. Thank you. All right. Hold on. I guess there was an echo. Somebody else commented on it. We have... I'm just going to read a couple comments and questions. Soros for Prison writes, CPAC, good event. Not going to diss it over one person. There's a lot at stake here. This is not about any one person. Our president needs support. That's what Soros for Prison says. Josh says, you are in a terrible echo box, buddy. Can't stand to watch. Hopefully that's fixed now. Here's one from yours truly. This is to Margaret. Can you talk my son into liking Trump when you're in NYC? He's the nicest man you could ever meet, but goodness, not for Trump. So, Margaret, it sounds like, well, I think you can tell what that sounds like. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I got a mama project. I love mamas. I can't wait to have a mother-in-law that I can love. But that sounds like a project that I might not be equipped for. Liz is a better negotiator in terms of getting people to vote for Trump. But Trump's already won. So you know what she needs to do? Her son needs to get onto the economy and start making money. He'll be totally fine with the fact that Trump's in office.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Get a job, look at your taxes and what they take out, and then you'll go right.
I like it. Let's see here. Lukey P says, does CPAC have a different vibe that Trump won? So I guess the question is, does CPAC have a different vibe now that Trump has won? Now, I haven't been to CPAC before, so I couldn't answer this question. Are you guys getting any kind of feeling for that? Do you see people... I mean, let me ask you this. Do you get the sense that a lot of people there are Trump supporters, or is it kind of mixed? Is it a very Trumpy vibe?
Everyone here is, and I use that term loosely, but nobody has said anything negative about him so far. So one thing I have noticed, this is all of our first times here, but Wayne Dupree and his co-host earlier, Hutch, said that it is 10 times more packed on Media Row than it was the year before. So that kind of shows, the media and how CPAC having a Republican president in office, it really gets the hype going. It makes people proud to be a conservative again, and so it's going good. It sounds like this is a great year to be here. It's awesome, and I think we picked a good year to come.
John McCain is not here, if that's what your questionnaire was asking. John McCain is not here. He's actually going to be at the Fogo de Chão tonight in Washington, D.C., hosting Angela Merkel's political party because he's plotting as the shadow president to do foreign policy bits. He just got back from a secret trip to Syria. So those types of people are not visible here. We haven't seen it, but yes, Liz and I might be crashing the Fogo de Chão party just to be able to get some people on.
I'm not sure about McCain, but I really could use some Brazilian steak.
I wonder, so if you crash Fogo de Chão party, if you take like one of the green circles from somebody's plate and you just like sit down at another table and you put the green circle down, will they come and serve you? Is that all you have to do to get food?
I mean, I wouldn't think that there would be an issue. The bigger issue would be this neocon institute where he's paying people for influence in foreign governments like Merkel and her party. What the crap are they doing here? He's not at CPAC around his base. Just going back, not to get off topic here, but we might have to crash a party tonight. That would be,
Have you guys been to Fogo de Chão, by the way?
Yes. I know what you're talking about, Steve.
Well, For people who haven't been to Fogo de Chao, it's like a Brazilian, basically meat place. Is that the way to put it? It's like a restaurant.
Steakhouse.
So you get like a circle, and its circle is like red on one side and green on the other side. And when you put it on green, just endless waiters come around with different kinds of meat, and they just give you meat on your plate. And I learned from going there. I used to work at a place where the boss would take us there like to lunch once a week, and so we went there several times. And I learned very quickly, like, you think it's going to be awesome just to keep it on green all the time, but you start eating so much meat in such a short amount of time. The key to Fogo de Chao is to keep it on red until you're just ready, and only be careful with the green. That's my advice.
But we should tell our audience you weigh 145 pounds and never eat. We have to preface it. Sorry to.
What is that? How is that relevant to anything?
No, that is not true. Steve eats all the time, but he eats acorns and walnuts.
I've never seen him eat. I had dinner with him.
Well, I weigh more than that. So, okay, we have another question here. We have another question. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
He's calling people out today. You really don't want to.
Yes, Margaret loves giving out personal information. My weight, Liz's boyfriend, and then the Wi-Fi password for all of CPAC. She has. Don't tell Margaret any secrets, anybody, because you know what's going to happen. Hold on. Let me get. I had an email for you guys, and I lost it. Here we go. For reporters at CPAC. This says. Hope you get to say hello. This is for you two. Hope you get to say hello to Maine's terrific governor. Is it LePage or LePage? He will be speaking on welfare reform tomorrow at 4:15. That's from Mary Adams at Garland, Maine. So you've been told from Mary Adams to look out for the governor of Maine, Governor LePage or LePage.
Is that her governor?
I'm sorry?
Is that her governor?
Yes, that's her governor.
Well, I will be sure and find him just for this viewer.
And say Mary sent you.
Okay, I will.
And then Margaret, if you find the governor, ask him a lot of personal information so you can give it out on the air.
Now you're just not being fair. You know.
Okay, hey Margaret, have you opened up Liz's popcorn today?
No, I haven't needed to. Liz shares everything.
Okay, I think we have another question for you on Twitter. Let me go there. Where'd it go?
I had some popcorn right now.
I know, seriously.
Aha! I didn't even know this was coming. Ellis asked, has Margaret bought me popcorn yet? So people who don't know, we were covering the Trump rally last weekend, and I had popcorn in my bag, and literally 2 seconds after we cleared security, and we were supposed to be going in as fast as we could to start the stream, Margaret took the popcorn out of my bag and just opened it, and then in front of me just ate like 3 pieces of popcorn, and then laughed and put the popcorn back in my bag. So basically she intentionally unfreshened my popcorn, and then she made a big thing on the broadcast about how she was going to buy me a bag of popcorn to replace it. Margaret, did that ever happen?
Forgot. No, I'll FedEx it to Alabama. I really will. I'll do it today. What kind would you like?
You know what? I don't even want to think about it anymore.
I will say though, I did make it up to you in a lot of different ways, and I.
Liz, control Margaret.
I did. I really did. I was
I
a
have
wonderful
no comment
friend.
on that one.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, I held your bag for you. I,
right.
was really polite when everybody was grouchy.
Margaret, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have another question for you, too. This is a Margaret question. Can you ask, let me say again, if you have a question for Liz or Margaret, the way to ask that question on the air now is to direct message me on Twitter. I am at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER. Guys, I'm trying to tell them how to ask you questions and you keep talking over me. It's
You're impossible to talk over. That's not possible.
Let me know when you're done so I can tell them how to ask questions.
I'm
You done?
I'm done.
I am at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER, and you can direct message me on Twitter and direct message me your question for them, or you can email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv. Hey, Liz and Margaret, if they want to follow you on Twitter, by the way, will you repeat your Twitter addresses?
I'd love to. Mine's at Margaret J. Howell, MargaretJHowell. Margaret Howell. Margaret J. Howell.
Follow me on the Twitter at _Liz Willis. Follow me on my Instagram at Liz Willis.
Oh.
I like to post pictures. Follow RSBN on Instagram because I took over that account and it's not doing so well. At RSBN TV. You know, if you just like want to Instagram a photo and it's good, it's political or it's patriotic or it's RSBN related.
Or baby.
Hashtag tag
Sure.
Told you she wants a
I'm
baby.
just joking. I don't. I
We
just love baby
RSVN
photos.
will actually regram all of your photos. So we'll give y'all a shout out if you give us a shout out. Keep it up.
Awesome. All right, let's see. Can you ask if Margaret keeps working for both RSBN and InfoWars, or if RSBN and InfoWars are teaming up together? Margaret, that's a question for you.
All right, so I have not addressed this publicly before. I did today earlier because I keep getting hounded. Just briefly. I am not working for InfoWars. I sought out Right Side Broadcasting Network when I was still working for InfoWars and begged you guys for a job, and you hired me. And then I left InfoWars on very good terms. I walked into my boss's office and I said, you know what? I'm really ready to be out of Austin. And he, you know, it was a mutual affection. He said, you know, think about it for a little while, figure out what you want to do. And I just really said, you know what? I'm ready to be out of Austin. I don't know a soul in Austin, and I've lived there. You know, this past year, we spent so much time and so much personal, you know, every amount of energy I had, we spent on getting Trump elected. We really did. And I felt like after that mission was over for me, I could kind of regroup and go, okay, well, I'm a hard news reporter. I love politics. I have 3 degrees in political science. I love politics. I love the study and the practice and talking politics and getting people moving and motivated and doing stories. And I really wanted to do that. I just didn't want to do it in Austin anymore. So nothing personal happened. There was no falling out. I was doing reports right up until the moment that I left. We talked about possibly freelancing. I have not had any spare second to freelance. We're trying to get a network, RSBN, fully functioning and off the ground in Washington. That has taken up a lot of my days, and sometimes I lay awake at night stressing over, okay, how can we do this? And honestly, there's no ill will at all. Nobody was fired, and I'm sorry I haven't addressed it before now. I didn't think people would care this much. Honestly, I didn't realize. So there you go.
Seems like a good answer to me. So also Norway
essay.
for Trump says Steve.
Hi,
Please,
Norway.
Liz says hi, Norway. Norway for Trump says, Steve, please tell Margaret that I will share my popcorn with her. So there you
Just
go.
Margaret.
Whatever
But
that
even-
means.
Oh, share it with Liz too, man.
Yeah,
What is
Norway.
Yeah, Norway.
Okay, we have another question for you. This is from Christian Kajerolf, at Christian Denmark. And Christian Kajerolf says, please ask the girls if they miss Sarah Palin at CPAC this year. I do. God bless from Denmark. Do you miss Sarah Palin there, girls?
I never got to experience CPAC with Sarah Palin.
But I guess, so imagine though that she could be there. Would you be interested in that, Liz?
Maggie says no. I was a Sarah Palin fan a few years ago. I haven't followed her as much recently. The last I remember, this will tell you the last time that I really was a fan of hers. It was when her daughter had a baby, and I think that child's probably like 4 years old or more now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that ship has sailed for me.
Okay. This is from Pam C., who I believe is one of the moderators. Thank you, moderators, again. Pam C. says,
Hi, Pam C.
Pam C.'s question is for me. She says, at Lookner, are you an only child or just don't want to share your popcorn? I don't like to share mine. It has nothing to do with sharing. It has everything to do with with wanting it to be fresh when I eat it and not stale, and not wanting somebody to make it unfresh for no conceivable reason whatsoever. That's what's going on. Another question here from Lukey P. Lukey P wants to know from you guys, who is the best speaker so far?
Steve Bannon, even though we didn't hear him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I did watch Hannity's pre-taping, and that was pretty awesome. He can talk to a wall. He's a very good speaker, and he's a very good interviewer. So that was good. We're really excited to watch Mike Pence tonight, him speaking. We're actually on Radio Row during the majority of general sessions that went on today. So we missed a lot of them. But maybe y'all can tell us, since RSBN is streaming the speakers live.
Yes, and you will be watching the president speak tomorrow, correct?
Absolutely.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And let me just I'm sorry?
Saturday. I thought President Trump spoke on Saturday.
No, he is speaking tomorrow at 10:20 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, well, good. My schedule's clearly not right on anything.
It's good. You would have been sitting there waiting for him, and he would have already have spoken. That would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there.
We need to do an RSBN Chicks guide to navigating the political water. Can I just say, on a side note, 80% of the people here, I think, are guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a huge, and we're two ladies navigating these waters, and we are really, I think we're rocking it.
Why do you think that is, ladies?
Women don't engage in politics as much as men do.
I just think it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It was all men. It's slowly women are starting to, it's taken hundreds of years, but women are finally getting there.
What is the ethnic breakdown, roughly speaking, there? Like, are you seeing a lot of ethnic minorities, or is it mostly white?
Yeah.
White male.
Yes, mostly white?
Cute white male. I mean, they're a nice looking crowd.
Okay, thank you.
I guess conservatives are the cuter bunch of people.
It's true, but a lot of, it's every ethnicity, every race, every color and creed are here. The majority of them are young, millennial, or just slightly out of the millennial age white men.
Okay.
From what I've seen.
Okay. We have, let's see. I'll read this email. This is from, see, this is what happens, Margaret, when you say things like you did earlier. First of all, it says, "Hi, Steve. You and everyone at RSBN are doing a great job. Keep up the great work. You are all providing a great service to our country, and I personally do appreciate it." Well, thank you. This is from JJR. Now, on a noticeably less professional note, please let Margaret know that it would be a privilege to share dinner and a glass of wine with her anytime she happens to be in Atlanta. She is stunningly beautiful, intelligent, well-spoken, has a smile that lights up any room, and she's a conservative. What's not to love about her? Serious offer since she let the cat out of the bag that she's single. Of course, I'm sure she now has thousands of offers flying in at warp speed. Best regards, Jay. So that's the email from Jay.
Tweet me.
Yes, tweet me. I would love it. Please tweet me. Not that I'm using our Skype session as a personal dating service at all, but that's really nice. I would really like that. I would. We'll bring Liz and her boyfriend. It'll be nice.
Double date.
Be nice.
We have.
Maybe Steve can come. Maybe Steve cannot come.
Steve won't share any of his food.
I'm not going to be the fifth wheel. Sean Ross wants to know, "Hi, Liz and Margaret. Are there any speculations at CPAC about Trump's health care reform?"
I feel like he's not really. He's going to talk about it, but as far as a replacement, I don't think that's done yet, so I don't think there's going to be any big breaking news.
Right, we know repeal and replace is coming. He said he was going to do it, and look, we've seen Congress are beginning to dismantle and come up with suggestions. And the fact that Boehner's like, that's never going to happen, I love it because it means it is happening. Frankly,
I think it'll get repealed sooner than later. But as far as the replacement, I'm not sure that's all done yet. I mean that's a lot of work. But I hope I eat my words.
Have people been talking about the transgender bathroom issue today?
I've heard one person talk about it, and it was actually the Breitbart editor, and he was kind of for it. I can't remember his exact words, but something about coming from California, so he kind of thought whatever makes people happy, do it. But no, not a lot of people have talked about it.
Jim wants to know, are the girls going to interview Pence?
We're going to try, but I've got news for you. We tried to steal away Cruz, who we got, wet slapped because of it. Security, they were flailing their arms out so that we couldn't get close to him. Liz is really adorable, so she actually snapped a selfie with him. I was shooed away by security. You wouldn't even believe. We're going to try to get close to Pence. We'll let you know how that goes.
Liz, you seem to have a knack to get close to these people like Kellyanne and Ted Cruz that have the security. You seem to be good at that. I don't know what that says about you, but you're doing a good job of it.
It says I'm a friendly person, Steve.
Yes, Steve.
What's that? Hey, we have another question, and this one, and Margaret, sorry for another InfoWars question, but I got a couple here, so I'm going to ask one of them. Just to clarify, Margaret, this is from Gabriel Ajutum, and he writes, "Has Margaret Howell left InfoWars? If she has, let her do a goodbye video for us InfoWars viewers."
I might do that, actually. That might be a really wise thing to do. And I didn't realize how many we had out there until I left. I thought I was doing these reports today, and nobody was watching them. I didn't realize. So
all your fans are here.
I might do that. I actually might do that. That's a really good idea. Also, I might publish my resignation letter since people are so curious. There's really nothing in it. It's like, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, and I just really feel like it's my time to go, and I'm ready to leave Austin. I might just go ahead and publish that, and then their response, because it's all positive.
Cool. Now, how are you guys on time? Do you have time for a few more questions?
Sure.
Okay, so if you want to ask questions with Liz or Margaret or Liz and Margaret, direct message me on Twitter. I'm at LOOKNER, at LOOKNER, or email me at steve.lookner@rsbn.tv, and I will pass on your question or comment to them. This is for Liz, and Liz, this is from Cool Breeze, and Cool Breeze says, "Hi Steve, hope you can tell Liz how pretty and lovely she is one more time. Also, thank her for sharing her views with the viewers, and tell her to keep smiling always."
Oh, thank you, Cool Breeze. I really appreciate it. It's always nice. To hear a happy comment. Makes my day.
Shady Supervillain says, "You missed Bannon and Priebus. That was the highlight of my day." So Shady Supervillain.
I know. We missed them because we were working on interviews, but RSBN did not miss it. So if you want to check it out on YouTube. They are doing a great job with the camera feed.
Thank you for reminding everyone of that, Liz. Yeah, if you want to see Kellyanne or Ted Cruz or Priebus and Bannon, and you missed any of that stuff, all those videos, all those speeches are up now on the Right Side Broadcasting YouTube page, so you can go watch them repeatedly if you want to.
And
at the end of this interview, you can watch this interview again. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
But we've also got T-shirts for sale. We need to remind people, these shirts really rock. And we need to start moving them. People, we love to see them. There's nothing better that I love, and I've done this a couple of times, you guys know, seeing a Right Side sign or somebody wearing something from us. It is so encouraging when we're on the ground.
It is.
Because we know that you can hear us and that you're watching and that you understand what we're trying to do here. We're really trying to pierce all the garbage out there and, portray this administration fairly and accurately. And, we're patriots, and that's really appreciated. It really is.
So
fun fact, I'm cutting in.
Yes, go.
I had these polos. I worked on getting the logo done in Auburn and bought them. You helped me, Steve. And Jesse Waters from Waters World on Fox News complimented my outfit today.
He did. He did not compliment mine. He just snapped his selfie and left, but he liked hers, even though we have on the
Nice. Yeah. Oh, hey, well, Liz, we have to talk later about whether we were supposed to give that place a shout out, but don't do it now. We'll talk later about that. The place that made the shirts, but don't do it now. We'll talk about it later. So thank you for reminding me about the gear. So if people want Right Side Broadcasting gear, it is now available. Go to www.teepublic.com. That's teepublic.com and search RSBN or search Right Side Broadcasting, all one word. So go to www.teepublic.com and search RSBN, and you will see there are T-shirts and mugs and V-neck shirts and hoodies and males models and women's versions of this stuff, and all different colors and different fabrics. So it's great. So you can knock yourself out and go there. It's a lot of cool stuff. But there are, as of yet, I don't think those polo shirts you guys are wearing are custom made, correct? There's not, those I don't think are on TeePublic yet.
No, they're not. But if you want one, holler at me.
But there might be polos on TeePublic. I don't remember. I was just looking earlier today. So anyways, you can look there. Let's see. John Stanton wants to know, has Margaret made any headway in getting certification for press credentials?
Oh, honestly, we've been focused on getting the Bureau up and running, and getting interviews out and getting content out. That's not a question for me. That's a question for Right Side Broadcasting Network founder and CEO. So that's not a question for me per se, but we'll keep you updated.
Yes, we will keep you updated. We are working on it. Let's see. Oh, so Grumpy Morning Boy has a comment in response to your guys' comment about women at CPAC. And so Grumpy Morning Boy says, question, why are there not more women at CPAC? And then you guys said, and then he says, or she says, but it's Grumpy Morning Boy, so I'll assume it's a he, it isn't because women aren't interested in politics. Did you not see the Women's March? So Grumpy Morning Boy is claiming that women are interested in politics, and that can't be the reason that there aren't more women at CPAC.
We didn't say they weren't interested. We said that they were not
present physically.
Yeah, I mean, if they were not interested, they'd be here. They're just not here. I mean, it's 80% women, 80% male, 20% female. So the statistic speaks for itself on that one. We know that a lot are. That's not anything against it. Clearly, we're two women. We're not.
That's right.
But as far as the attendance population at CPAC, look at the videos.
Yep, Yep. We also have a comment here. Mr. America says I should wear a solid colored shirt. I'll look more serious. Okay, I will take that into consideration. Question for you two. Sean Ross wants to know, is Sean Spicer going to be at CPAC, and will Liz and Margaret follow up on RSBN's White House press pass?
I'm certainly going to. And look, the White House press credentialing is something that is critical to securing the officialness of our network. We understand that, and we want to be in that room specifically because we love the people that we're reporting for and on behalf of. And I'm doing everything that I can, and I know that our network, we have a heart for you. The second we know, you'll know. I promise. But
oh yeah, the whole world will know.
In the
meantime,
meantime,
that'd be the best day ever.
In the meantime, keep watching our coverage, keep supporting us, keep funding us, keep sending us love. I love reading these tweets, and honestly, we'll keep you updated, buddy. We really will.
And how about the question, is Sean Spicer going to be at CPAC? Do you know anything about that?
We haven't heard anything about Sean Spicer being here.
I would think he's pretty busy right now.
Yeah. And Margaret, you just mentioned funding. I just want to throw out there. So we're able to send people like you two to this event and bring you the live coverage, thanks in a no small part to all the awesome donors we've had in the past, because we don't take corporate donations. We don't want to let somebody donate and control our stuff.
Thank you for making this possible. This is a dream come true for both Maggie and I. She's worked many more years than I have, but it's a blessing to both of us, and we really appreciate it. Let me use this opportunity to give a shout out to my chat room friends. Let's see, Norway, Sparkles, Keith McLeod, Parade Driver, Music World, Joanne. Y'all are my homies. I get so excited about coming into the office every day and talking to y'all. And if I forgot some of you, I'm so sorry. But just know that y'all absolutely make my day. And I did not know there was an audience out there who are so willing to be present and constructive and just loving, welcoming. So thank you for everything. The donations, the support, the tweets, everything. Thank you.
And thank you, Liz. And for those of you out there who might want to donate, who've enjoyed our programming so far and want to see more of this kind of programming, the way to do that, there are two ways to donate. You can go to rsbn.tv/donate. That's rsbn.tv/donate. Or you can go to gofundme.com/nextgenrsbn. That's gofundme.com/nextgenrsbn. And
Steve, you might have missed it, but something funny that we did yesterday during Hannity's Speak, I was with Will and we went live, and we called it #dares for donations. And we actually we said if we got $50 that Will would yell "Obama sucks" to the audience, and we got a $50 donation, and Will had to yell it to the audience. So that was a successful way to get some money. It was funny. Will was funny. I just recorded it. I didn't say anything. But yeah, I think if y'all have any dares that are not going to get us kicked out and you want to donate, when you make a donation on gofundme.com/nextgenrsbn, #dares for donations, and let us know what you want us to do.
Awesome.
And I'll send it to Will if I don't think it's appropriate. Make him do it.
Yeah, cool. That sounds like a good plan. I like that plan. Somebody, Mr. America wanted to know, where can we buy the merchandise? So I just want to repeat that. If you want a Right Side Broadcasting t-shirt or hoodie or mug, the place to go is www.teepublic.com. That's teepublic.com, and search RSBN, and you will click on one of the links and you'll see all the merchandise there. Let's see if there's. I think I have a couple more questions for you. Let me look them up here. This is from Master Maddie. This is a question to Liz. The question is,
Master Maddie, she tweets me a lot.
Oh, cool. She says, Liz, are you getting some press interview presentation experience from Margaret already? So I think the question is, are you getting advice from Margaret?
Yes, it is so nice to have a female around who's been in the field for years. Margaret has been amazing. She's taken me in. It's just it's like soul sisters being reunited. We get along so well. It's a lot of fun, and it's been awesome. I've really enjoyed working with her. I think she can't believe that I'm so willing to be the cameraman for her. She's probably had men around for that before, but I love to just be there and to watch her, to see how she interacts, and it's been good for both of us. I think we can learn from each other.
It's really sweet.
Margaret, do you really enjoy every time Liz mentions how many years you've been in the industry?
No, what's that? No.
Question for Margaret. Deplorable Yelem wants to know, does Margaret speak Russian?
Okay, so I lived in Russia and Eastern Europe and worked as a foreign correspondent. Russia is freaking hard to learn if you haven't studied it from childhood. But at the same time, if you're living in Russia and nobody's speaking English to you, after 2 months, if you don't learn it, you'll die. So, yeah, I can understand it when people are talking. Do I speak it now? I mean, that was 2 years ago, a little bit. But I understand. I figured out when people are talking badly about me, that was probably like the key to me wanting to learn.
Like at the nail salon. You just know sometimes.
I mean, all those smoking Russian camera guys outside, for one, like this idiot American. So yes, I can understand people insulting me in Russian if that was your question, quite well.
Another question from Norway. Norway wants to ask both of you, what are your respective highest expectations for CPAC? So what are you, I guess, most looking forward to at CPAC and the rest of CPAC?
There's nothing like President Trump speaking to me. I sat at his press conference, the way he just commands the room, and he doesn't stick to the presidented structure and the format of how a president of the United States would speak. It's much more engaging. He talks to you like you're one of his own, so I'm so excited to see him speak. What about you, Maggie?
I want to see the expansion of RSBN. I want to see our audience base reached. I want them to be able to touch us and hug us and know that we are here for them, right? And we've had so much of that today. We had a lady go, I know who you guys are, kind of, and that happens periodically. And we're really, I guess a goal of mine, Steve, would be to make sure that our network expands while we're here. We really put in some hours.
We've done some good networking.
But we have pounded the pavement for RSBN, and we're doing it out of love. We want to see this grow. We want to see our venture grow and our baby grow. And it's all about reaching people and connecting. That's my goal.
Yeah, I was excited to meet Adam Weiss. He does a lot of press conference stuff. He's a communications director, so if something happens, he gets the presser together. And just having someone like that on standby who's willing to help RSBN.
Joe just sent me a text message. Apparently this is what we look like, folks. For those of you who cannot see, thanks, Joe. My eyes are slightly shut.
Perhaps
I should look right in this camera. That was a good way of saying that we're not exactly looking at the light.
Are you guys, I thought maybe you were on like a YouTube live thing where you could see yourselves. Could you not see yourselves the whole time?
Well, yeah, we can, but we kind of are looking down instead of like looking directly at the camera.
Right.
It's hard to do that when you're staring yourself right in the face.
I see.
Thanks, Joe.
Text me. He only wants to text Maggie.
No, that's not true.
I also liked in that last answer, Margaret, you found a way to work baby in again. Question for you. This is from Bobby Jr. Bobby Jr. says, first of all, Margaret is so beautiful. Why only comments for Liz? I don't know what he's referring to because I feel like you've both been speaking.
I only got one comment.
Wait.
Maggie's got like 20.
That's not true, Liz. Not true at all. What do you, because you've got, like, I would say 3/4 of the questions have been to both of you, so you got to divide those up. So this is for both of you again, Liz. What do you guys think of the CNN leaks? I haven't heard any groundbreaking ones yet. And before you guys talk about this, let me say on my personal side, all I was aware of today that came out was James O'Keefe said like, hey, I'm creating this thing CNN leaks, which is like WikiLeaks, where if you have something you want to leak anonymously about like one of the news networks, send it to me and I might pay you like $10,000. That's all I heard. I don't know if you guys heard anything besides that.
He had the editor of CNN Wired, say that CNN was biased in favor of Obama. That's not groundbreaking. So I agree with the person that wrote that. We want some hard, groundbreaking, juicy stuff. We already know that they're biased. We already know that they don't update their polls. That's what it's been so far. I periodically will look at these leaks, and that's what it's been. So I don't like the provocatory nature of that. I wish that it was, more substantive.
Yeah, I thought it would be. We actually met James O'Keefe last night, like we said earlier, and we asked him, we heard you have something that's about to drop. And he said, stay tuned tomorrow, I think 140 hours of CNN audio. So it's going to be audio tapes. And but I haven't seen anything groundbreaking. So it would have to be really drastic for me to be surprised about anything CNN has to do. I'll get on that in a second. I'm done. Go for it, Maggie.
Joe Seals, thank you so much for telling Liz my age. It's not even right on Wikipedia. That is the last time I'm sending my birthday to anyone. I did it for a flight. I had no idea you were gonna spill the beans on the I mean,
well, I didn't realize it was such a sore subject. I brought it up casually.
I mean, my birthday is not even right on the internet.
It's what girlfriends talk about. I need to know, how your boyfriend history. I need to know your age. I need to know how many siblings you have.
Oh,
it's like basic info.
I'm telling you.
I didn't mean to stir some dirt.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'm assuming you don't want me to tell everyone
Please
right now.
don't.
We have a question for you guys.
That is just sheer wicked.
But I will hold it against
The
her.
question is, I don't understand why the White House makes it hard for conservative pro-Trump media to get press credentials. I would have thought they would want some more conservative media rather than the big globalist left-wing media that have the front row seats. That is from Ellis.
Yeah, I agree. It's just right now the problem I think is that the press briefing room at the White House is very small, and right now every media outlet wants to be there because of how much attention President Trump brings. So it's a lot of people fighting for a room that it's musical chairs. So unless he gets a bigger room, which is what President Trump had mentioned doing, it's not looking so good. Otherwise, we have to kick some people out. I mean, standing room only at every.
I had a pretty good conversation today with somebody that's close to Trump's camp, and it might be a good. We'll let you know when we know. How about that? That's a better response.
Cash me outside. How about that?
Good. I like that reference, Liz. Nice work. Let's see if there are more questions. And just let me say again, that you guys are still here answering questions. So while they're still here with us, while we still have a few more minutes with them, if you want to ask questions of Liz and Margaret, direct message me. I'm at @LOOKNER, @LOOKNER on Twitter. Direct message me there. And you can follow me while you're at it. And real quick, Liz and Margaret, again, what are your Twitter handles?
@_Liz Willis, and I retweet Maggie all the time. So
@Margaret J. Howell.
You can find her on. You can find both of us on. Go to RSBN. It'd be easier, and just look at the retweets and stuff.
All right, and also Right Side's Twitter is @RSB Network. Lukey P wants to know, what are your opinions on Milo getting dropped from speaking?
Oh my gosh.
They said that's so controversial, but I guess the beauty of Right Side is that it doesn't matter. I was excited to hear him speak. I really was. I want to know what all the controversy is about. And while I don't support everything he says, I want to see this entertainer. And I'm disappointed. And I liked the initial statement that CPAC released saying, we believe in free speech, so we will have him. Well, if he believed in free speech, he would still be here.
That's true.
So that's my opinion. Maggie?
I love Milo Yiannopoulos. I'm sorry that we didn't get a chance to hear him speak. I'm kind of glad, though, because we've gotten to focus on a lot more people. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise because we were able to really focus on people.
Right.
Maybe.
And I think may he who has not sinned be the first to throw a stone. So it's my opinion.
Very good. Well put.
Cool. So what is your guys' what's your guys' schedule this evening? Like, when are you heading back over to the festivities?
Right now.
Oh, you are. So you're going back there and you're going to cover stuff. And I think we hold on. I just want to make sure. I hope you didn't turn off your volume. Yeah. Can I still hear you while you're there?
Yes,
yeah.
you can.
Okay. So just to recap. So tonight you're going to go see Vice President Pence speak, and right before Vice President Pence, we're going to have Judge Janine Pirro, right?
Yes.
There you go.
And also, it's Robert Davi, the actor before him, but I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I think I'm saying it right, Robert Davi, but I don't know. Maybe you guys can research that for me while you're there.
We'll let you know. We're excited to finally be able to sit and listen, because this is also a learning experience for us. We know we want to.
No, it's not. We're rocking this stuff.
Yeah,
no.
But I mean,
I got this down. We are better than most of the pros here, and we're truthful and honest.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about learning from the speakers.
That too.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, we're as professional as it gets.
I'm like, what?
Hey! About, when it comes to vice president,
that's right.
The vice president,
You're
speaking,
absolutely right.
I have a lot to learn from him.
And so do I. Forgive me. I thought you meant.
I'm hoping. I hope not that many your fellow journalists are watching this and heard you just say we are better than most of the pros here. I mean, I'll I'll let you deal with them if they. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying, maybe keep it a little,
Okay.
Anyway, you have to work with these people. So, all right. Well, Liz and Margaret, thank you so much for being here, taking time out of your busy day. I know you've been running around a lot today. Really appreciate you coming on, giving us your perspective from CPAC, answering some questions. Who knows? Maybe you'll want to do it tomorrow. Maybe. That sounds like a no. That wasn't an immediate yes. And you will be there tonight, and you'll tweet out anything exciting you might see. So just before you go, I know I keep making you do it, but people want to know. Just say one more time what your Twitter handles are. So if people want to follow you tonight as you're walking around and you're tweeting out, where can they see your tweets?
At Margaret J. Howell.
At _Liz Willis. Maggie and I will also be going live later tonight. We don't know the time yet. Once everything wraps up, we're going to do a summary of the day. So stay tuned for an interactive chat. We'll be reading comments, messages, questions, and we'll be getting right back to you.
Oh, that's fun. That's great. I look forward to seeing that. And I am at Lookner, at LOOKNER. And thank you guys. And again, I will repeat, if you feel like donating to Right Side Broadcasting and help us do more of this kind of programming and covering more events, you can either go to rsbn.tv/donate, or you can go to gofundme.com/nextgenrsbn. Maggie and Liz, have a fantastic time.
We're going to go do some learning.
What?
And
I'm going to not learn because I'm already the best.
Okay. Thank you. And enjoy your evening. Have a great time. Thank you for all your reporting, and we look forward to seeing your live stream later. And to all of you out there so far.
Thank you, RSBN viewers, for making this possible for us, and we hope that we're pleasing you. If not, tweet us, let us know what you'd rather us be doing. We're not just working for RSBN, we are working for you. RSBN works for you, the viewers. We are working for you. And I will say, Steve Lookner here from Auburn. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you for the Pence speech, Vice President Pence. We will see you for that speech in, I guess, a couple hours now. Yes, in about 2 hours or so. So see you in a little bit. Talk to you soon.